A big fat happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to the fifth quarter postseason edition. I'm Andrew James. He's Joe Catanacci. Yes, we're talking playoffs, folks. Blake Walston rolling right, lasers it, and who else comes down with it? Jason Billingsley. But it's after the catch that makes this the play of the week, cutting it across field. And I did not ramp up the speed on this one, folks, so you could enjoy this touchdown. This was effort. Welcome back, everyone. Opening night for the Wilmington Sharks as they played host to the Fayetteville Swamp Dogs. The Summer Coastal Plain League is back in action, folks. Let's take you out to Buck Hardy Field. A warm evening, but ready and willing Sharks fans. The season opener got off to a shaky start. Caleb Bishop, first pitch, hits Cameron Feltz. He would later score to make it 1-0. Bottom of the first, runners at the corner. Swamp Dogs try to get the put out, but they miss. The ball goes to the outfield. One run would come in. Jacob Plastiak rounds third, and he would score 2-1 Sharks. Later in the game, though, Will Karp lasers it back up the middle. Watch this. Zoom. Good defensive play, though, by Jonah Beeman. He gets Karp out at the bag. Fast forward to the sixth inning. Swamp Dogs ahead by 3. It's Cameron Feltz with an RBI single. Swamp Dogs would score 2 here and add on to close it out. The Swamp Dogs cap off a 7-2 victory against the Sharks. UNCW baseball makes history this afternoon in Harrisonburg, Virginia. It took 10 innings, but the Seahawks are back-to-back Colonial Athletic Association champions. We start things in late inning action. Cole Weiss helps cushion the lead in the top of the ninth with an RBI double. Greg Jones gets the score in there. Seahawks up by 2 entering the bottom of the ninth. Elon, though, would not go quietly. Ty Adcock, a 2-run double to the gap in left center. It's a tied ball game, folks, and we're heading into extra innings, the first in almost a decade for the CAA championship. 2 outs for UNCW. Runner in scoring position. Noah Lyles answers. Chris Thornborn gets the score, and UNCW takes the lead 6-5. Elon with their back against the wall. And this is what happens. Pops it up. Brooks Baldwin is under it. He makes the catch, and they make history. UNCW wins 6-5. UNCW, for the first time in its program, wins back-to-back CAA championships. Head coach Mark Scaff is not done just yet. The win earns the Seahawks a bid to enter the NCAA Regional. We pick, you vote, and this week's Player of the Week goes to the big back out of Ashley High School.
Makai Stanley, running back for Ashley High School.
Final 3, 1, 2, 3, 5.
We stay in the state of New Hanover for another Player of the Week. The fifth quarter faithful gave that crown this week to Ashley tailback Makai Stanley.
Feels great to get recognized, but honestly, I think the whole team should be recognized for this.
Stanley keeping them honest. He's right. The Screaming Eagles put on a show last Friday in their comeback win over Fairmont 45-43.
I just wanted to really put on the show. We obviously had lost the week before, and I just wanted to come out of this one, the first home game, with a win.
4 touchdowns, more than 225 all-purpose yards, and big runs like this 49-yarder taking it to the house. The junior running back standing at 6'2", he's no doubt the beef to the Screaming Eagle dual-threat backfield.
We get a lot of different people to ball in different places, and I think that's good for the offense.
Opposing defenses need to watch out when Stanley gets the carry. They didn't see him last year. Neither did we. He transferred in county to Ashley and had to sit out. That time off only motivated him.
I run like I missed a game of football, and I did very much, and it really sucked for me to sit out last year. It broke my heart, but I think I run with a lot of passion and force, and making up for last year.
He most certainly is. He has found the end zone each game and has 2 200-yard all-purpose performances, but don't tell him that.
The thing is, I think I can do a lot better, honestly, and I feel like when I have maybe a 200 or 4-touchdown game, I'm going back to watch the film, I could have had 8 touchdowns instead of 4. So, you can always get better, and I truly believe that.
Good mentality to have. Stanley and the Screaming Eagles get a break this week as they're on bye. But, folks, there are plenty of big games locally this week. I'll see you guys right back here tomorrow for the fifth quarter. Both teams showing some love to the U.S. National Guard on Military Night, and man, was this a game hard fought. Remember that tailback I mentioned? His name is Damon Perry, and yeah, he's something. He breaks this wide open for 37 yards. Scorpions strike first. Now that was a short-lived lead as the Eagle rushing attack pounds the Scorp defense. Lawson Hester jams it through the middle. We're all tied up, folks. Scorpions with their wild Scorp and option offense could not get things working in the second quarter. Several 3-and-outs. Eagles would go on to keep the rushing engine roaring, and Hester gets another touchdown. 14-7 East Bladen at half. Second half, the ground game would reignite for the Scorps. Quasi Clark taking it in to tie things up. East Bladen would answer right back. North Brunswick would continue to fight in the trenches, scoring a safety. But it was not enough. The Eagles get their first win on the year, 20-16, holding off the Scorpions, who are still winless.